Hello and welcome back to A Coffee Tea Paper. Today I want to talk about polishing your penmanship. If you're interested in improving your handwriting, using a special font in your handwriting, in birthday cards, in your journal pages, I want to talk about this book and a course that I did with you. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I went and attended a workshop about improving your penmanship. As a creative ambassador for Ferris Wheel Press, I have been enjoying a variety of fountain pen inks, but I have not been enjoying how I have been demonstrating them because I don't think my handwriting showing them to their best advantage, shall we say. That's something that I'd been thinking about for a while, was how can I improve my handwriting, how can I make it look more elegant, even down to am I holding my pen the right way. When I saw this penmanship workshop offered by Barbara Nichol, who is a handwriting specialist and a Churchill Fellow, and she owns the Pen Shoppe in the Brisbane Arcade, as well as another pen shop down in Sydney in the Queen Victoria building, which I visited last year as well. For the course, I needed to purchase a ticket, obviously, to attend the course, and then the materials that I needed included this Copperplate practice pad, this dip pen with a very fine pointy nib, this Sailor Kiwaguru ink, and this is a black pigment ink. She included a copy of her book as part of the workshop cost, and on the day we covered a lot of the material that is in this book, but we were also given a worksheet to use, and she went through a lot of the theory with her expertise of why and how we form certain letters and how the development of the alphabet has come about, as well as the development of how we write numbers. So I found that all incredibly interesting. So I'll just have a little flip through of the book with you. So as you can see, she has the most beautiful penmanship, and she noticed that I was very admiring of this particular coloured ink, and so she did the dedication in my book in the ink that I was eyeing off. So the aim of this book is to improve your penmanship within 2 hours, and so it's effectively this book is the physical version of the 2-hour workshop that I did with her. She talked briefly about who she had learnt the art from. She talked about the intention stroke, so always starting on an upstroke, how to hold your pen correctly, which was quite interesting because I'm a terrible, normally I hold my pen like that, which is really not ideal. And so when practicing the handwriting, the best hold, it's almost like chopsticks, that you're holding the pen with these two fingers and the thumb is just coming in to basically keep it very gently in position. So the hold is really like this. She started us all using the letter U. So the letter U is known as the mother of the lowercase alphabet. So there's a whole lot of letters that start and continue with that shape. And then we moved on to A, which was quite tricky. It was like learning to write again. It was really like going back, and that first day in primary school, and you're handed a pencil for the first time and you're told how to hold it and off you go. So it was a really interesting course. In the meantime, I have been trying to get some practice in. So we started working through this worksheet, but it's essentially a lot of this worksheet was homework for us as well. So you can see here, like practicing the U and the A and the U and the A. Then I have been working my way in this practice pad with the dip pen and the ink. I thought just for the purposes of a demonstration I would do some, here's some homework I did, which was basically going through and doing this exercise at the bottom of the page, which was ANA, AUA, AUB, AUC, AUD, so on and so forth, to get used to always doing that upstroke. And yeah, so I thought let's do a little exercise together so you can see that it's not as difficult as it looks. It's just like anything. It comes down to understanding the technique and understanding what the goal of the intentional movement is, and then just practice. I actually have been really enjoying it. I find it very relaxing, and it's almost like an exercise in meditative, you know what I mean. Like movement with purpose, that's repetitive, and yeah, very satisfying, very relaxing. So the idea with this pen is to make sure that that little window there is filled with ink, and the goal is to have that upstroke and to lift the pen off the paper. I'm a little bit nervous doing it in front of you all. Another point that Barbara covered was what she referred to as the universal line of beauty, in which she referenced Fibonacci and the Fibonacci's sequence. If any of you are familiar with that, then you'll sort of understand the that sort of universal line. So it's that, and then of course the movement is so that kind of continuous movement. And if you think about it, that motion is kind of a that movement with your body, which is a very natural feeling, a very comfortable feeling. Anyway, I'll just do another line. So I just dip my pen, make sure that little window's filled, wipe off the excess, and away we go. It's actually a bit easier if the desk is at a height where you can easily like lift your hand off. Barbara's book, she has copies for sale in her shop and in her online shop as well. So yeah, I can highly recommend it. Just even if you're interested in the history of the development of handwriting and what this book is covering here, or what the workshop was covering, was copperplate script. The development of that was quite interesting because it came about in the age of the VOC and the British East India Company, and of course they were travelling around the world, hopefully purchasing spices and other goods from other countries, and of course they needed to have a bill of lading, and one of the main things, of course, with a lot of these products were they were quite perishable, and so speed was of utmost importance. And so as they were loading the ships, they needed a record of what was going on board the ship. Of course, that required someone to record everything as it was going on board, and so this quick handwriting style was developed, and of course it also had to be legible, so that once the ship arrived at the other end, that all the items that were allegedly on board were still on board and accounted for. I find when I'm doing it, I do need to concentrate, so I don't think that is very good there when I'm trying to I try to have a chat at the same time. I'm not really a multitasker. I know there's this pervasive myth of women being able to multitask and be able to do many things very well all at once. I have to say that's not me. I can really only do one thing at a time, or else I can do two things badly. Yes. Anyway, look, I might leave it there. If you are interested in the book and you want to have a little chat about it, feel free to send me a message or message me on Instagram. I can tell you a bit more about it, or I just thought it would be interesting to share, because I really enjoy doing the course, and I'm certainly enjoying doing my little homework and practice in the meantime as well. I'm interested in doing another one as well. There's another one where they do Gothic lettering, and I think that would be really, really fun to try as well. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.